Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX World. Let's get started with the top stories this hour. Russia has launched 643 drones and missiles across Ukraine, killing 4 people and wounding over 40 others, according to Ukrainian officials. Meanwhile, Poland has scrambled jets to defend its airspace amidst NATO warnings, while President Vladimir Zelensky has urged for stronger global pressure on Moscow. Israeli tanks have pushed deeper into Gaza City's residential areas, including Sabra, Tel Aviv, Tel Al-Hava, Sheikh Radwan and Al-Nasser. With medics warning dozens of injured people are trapped as Israel denied 73 rescue requests. Gaza health authorities have reported at least 21 Palestinians killed in strikes today. The U.S. State Department has announced it will revoke Colombian President Gustavo Petro's visa after his comments were reported from a pro-Palestinian protest in New York. President Petro has now returned to Bogota, declaring that he does not care, further escalating the situation. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has called on all UN member states to immediately implement the restored UN sanctions against Iran. The UN sanctions against Iran have now snapped back into force for the first time since 2015, sending the Iranian rial to a record 1.12 million per the dollar. South Korea and the United States have reached a foreign exchange agreement, according to South Korean Finance Minister Koo Yoon-cheol. The deal is separate from currency swap talks that link to President Trump's tariffs on South Korea, with President Lee Jae-myung stressing that Seoul cannot pay the $350 billion U.S. investment upfront. The U.S. President Donald Trump has now authorized full-force troop deployment to Portland to protect ICE facilities from what he called domestic terrorists. Defined Democratic leaders, including Oregon Governor Tina Kotek and Portland Mayor Keith Wilson, who have denounced the move. Vietnam has now evacuated thousands and has shut airports as Typhoon Bualoy, with winds up to 133 kilometers per hour approaching central regions, expected to make landfall today. The storm followed deadly flooding in the Philippines that killed at least 10 people, prompting urgent precautions. Britain's Labour Party gathers in Liverpool for its annual conference as Prime Minister Keir Starmer faces scrutiny over scandals and plummeting poll ratings amidst rising support for Nigel Farage's hard-right Reform UK party. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Rachel Reeves pushes for a post-Brexit youth migration deal with the EU to boost the economy.